Hello, everybody. I'm going to offer you another little snippet today, another little conclusion that I have been led to on this curious journey that led me towards hypnotherapy. I don't normally let you look at my nostrils, but as you can see, I found a place which is in the shade, but B, I've got this extraordinary structure behind, which I will tell you more about later. But it led me to the subject which I'm going to talk about today, which is the mask, or in that case, the hat. That's what made me think of. So I want to talk about the relationship between the mask and authenticity. So I used to think that the mask was inauthentic. That was my first conclusion. And therefore I needed to shed my skin to become more and more authentic, in the knowledge that I'd never quite get there, but that was kind of the objective, or one of the objectives. And I've kind of, I guess you might say, grown up since then. I've kind of shifted my perspective. So now, the way I understand it is that the mask is ever present, or a mask is ever present. And that there are many masks. And that actually, they're not really masks. They're more like personas. They're more like aspects of us which we have created, sort of pre-prepared in an earlier day of life, and that we bring out when contextually they fit. It's a bit like a sort of a peptide with a set of cogs that when they fit into the correct place, they just slot in and off you go. Now, if you don't believe this, if you think you're so evolved that that this idea of the mask has disappeared, then I challenge you to kind of go and meet someone that you haven't met for a long time, that maybe you had an emotional charge with. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? An ex that you haven't seen for 10 years or something like that. Within seconds of meeting that person, you already have this pre-installed persona. And out it comes. And the thing is, you don't notice it because these things are so automatic that by the time you notice it, it's been running. It's been running for 5 or 10 minutes, maybe longer. And you're kind of powerless, yeah? So the way I understand it now, in my current guise, the way I understand it is that when we meet someone for the first time, subconsciously, outside of our conscious awareness, we are weighing them up. And within a few minutes, we understand how we ought to act with this individual. What triggers the juice? You know, the humor, the laughter, the connection. Yeah. And if you get to know this person better, then you get to understand more of their aspects of their personality. And because we're all relational beings, we kind of find a way of mirroring that so that the two of you get on very, very well. Take yourself outside of that circumstance and you're an entirely different person. So you've got a persona for your boss, for the policeman, for the teacher, for the doctor, for a sort of a peripheral friend, for a great friend, for someone that you've been through a life-changing moment with. You have personas for all of these individuals. And no matter what you do, they are there. They are lodged inside of you. And so suddenly authenticity is not about shedding and shedding and shedding until you reveal the true self. It's more about honoring. It's more about kind of understanding what these personas are, where they're coming from, whether they're valid. You know, you can notice when they appear and kind of go, okay, so is this still useful? But in the knowledge that it's part of being a human being, that it's part of what it is to play your part in the dance of life with people. And so to be comfortable with those personas, rather than to use them as ways to kind of get what it is that you want, let's say. Yeah. So rather than manipulating through persona, instead you honor persona, you consider what's beneath the persona, and you start to choose. Yeah. That's it. That's all I want to say on that subject. Yeah. So authenticity is not about digging deeper and revealing the true self. It turns out that there are multitudes of true selves. Now, this behind me, this is Druid Arch. And as you can see, because of my extraordinary timing, the sun is peeping through the two parts of the arch. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful. I found myself a place where, at least where I began, I was in the shade. But because of the sun now creeping through the gap, I'm in the sun. Druid Arch is about 9 kilometers, about 6 miles from the Elephant Hill trailhead in the Needle district of Canyonlands National Park. And it is a delightful walk, actually, but it is somewhat long. So I'm going to say goodbye now. I'm going to say thank you for watching. I hope that little snippet of information about authenticity is useful, but because it gives you a different way to direct yourself. Rather than struggling against the mask of inauthenticity, instead, much like struggling against all parts of you, which is futile, you're honoring it, you're making friends with it, you're accepting it, you're dancing with it, you're seeing if it's useful, if it's not, how you can tweak with it, how you can benefit from it, and become magnificent. Yeah, like that. Thanks for watching. Take care. If it's of interest, subscribe. There will be many, many others of these videos. All right, cheers. Take care and goodbye.